after a long off-season, NASCOM Online eRacing League is on the air. Live from Daytona, it's the Devonera 250. Tony Trapasso up in the booth with it, joined with me by my partner in crime, my brother from another mother, Mr. Sam Cooper Bennett. Sam, how the hell are you?
Absolutely ecstatic. Looking forward to seeing these K&N cars back in action for the 2019 season, previously known as the esports
Major League Esports.
That one, I've already forgotten the series name. Major League Esports Series. They have been renamed the NASCOM Online Racing Series, and they are here with a new season and some new names in the field as well. A stacked field here for tonight's race, and it's going to be exciting from here, Tony.
Very much so. The National Association of Stock Car Online Motorsports, NASCOM for short, kicking off its 2019 season from Daytona. Hot laps still underway. Drafting practice going on right now, if you're picking up what we're laying down here. And a lot of action already, Sam. A lot of new paint schemes, a lot of new faces that we didn't get to see last year.
Yeah, and one I've just noticed just coming to the session now. A certain brother of one, Mr. Kevin Paskowitz, just came into the session.
Ah, yes, that would be the 29 of Mr. Will Glynn.
Yeah. So Will Glynn running for the first time here tonight. Let's go through the list of people that's running for the first time here tonight. Will Glynn, Tyler Duggan, Wes Hogue, Robert Dudley, I think is a new name in here tonight. Taylor Laskowski, Jason Day. Let's go. Ryan Wash, Ty Marasco, Blake Decker, Samuel Baumgarten. Sorry, I didn't mean to butcher your name. Jason Barnett, Russell Brown Jr., Donald Clark, Dalton Kilroe, and Tyler Gary. So we have got a stacked field of brand new names here tonight, Tony.
Very much so. So a lot of new faces that we're going to need to get used to. A lot of new names that we're going to be having a chance to butcher on a regular basis. So I'm excited.
I already butchered one name.
Trust me, the night's still young.
Yeah. So
and there it goes.
Yeah, 100 laps here tonight. Stages we've been told will be first stage will be ending on lap 30, stage 2 will be ending on lap 60, and then it's a straight run to the green for 40 laps.
So 2 chances to stack the field up, and open setups tonight, no fast repairs. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, as far as the
one fast repair.
One fast repair. Okay, so being a little bit lenient here at the World Center of Speed, which, of course, they call it the World Center of Speed because they don't call it the World Center of Crystal Meth because that's Parkersburg, West Virginia. Anyways.
Wow.
Yeah, I went there. Get your hate mail coming.
That's your first get your hate mail coming comment of the night. We haven't even started the race yet, my God.
Oh, how I've missed doing these races. So, qualifying getting ready to roll underway. Cars starting to grid up for solo qualifying. Solo, we can't hear you sing anymore. Wes Hogue, first one to pull the trigger, and already getting it wrong. Travis Brown rolling.
Reigning champion.
And then you got Kyle Gilbert going the wrong way down pit road.
We've already seen someone do that already this week.
Yeah.
If I remember rightly, Nate Siefke did that at Phoenix earlier this season.
Yes.
Earlier this week.
Yes, he did. New paint scheme for Grumpy, as he's rocking the Cale Yarborough tribute scheme, also representing the NASCAR Hall of Fame and PH Aware on that piece.
Yeah, doing his bit for NASCAR Hall of Fame and PH Aware Speaking of PHWare, we do have one Mr. Tyler Vickery out there who runs for Phenomenal Evolution. He's not out on track right now, just leaving pit road now. That's one person that's going to be out to... he's going to be on a mission this season. He came close to getting into the Final Four last season. Would love to do it again this season.
Very much so.
He's after 2 nights ago, he's officially a Daytona 500 winner. So
yes, he is. So
no more complaints, Tyler.
Yeah.
No more complaints.
Yeah. Will Glynn rocking the Rusty Wallace throwback paint scheme, the old MGD colors.
Yep. Still waiting for the first time to come in right now.
And there it is, Travis Brown throwing down the gauntlet with a 49.8.
Jason Barnett puts one down, and now James Bunce puts one in as well. That time's coming thick and fast. I apologise if I'm a bit quiet. I am sharing the broadcast around so everybody can see what an awesome race we have got in store for you tonight. Going to be a fantastic throwback race here tonight. We've got the old K&N cars coming out of the out in the limelight, and definitely always something to worth looking at when you tune into this channel every Saturday night. As Tyler Gary and Travis Brown half a second faster than Gary.
Yeah. And Travis Brown I'm the defending series champion, and here's why. Catch me.
Yeah.
Rocking that Black Country Rock 01.
Oh, Tyler Gary, what a time. What a time for Gary.
How is that even possible? Wow. First one into the 47 solo.
That Kyle Gilbert goes into second with a 48.3. And we thought Travis Brown's time was fast. That's just insane.
Good grief.
Samuel Baumgarten jumping up to fourth now after being displaced by Blake Decker. Wow. I can't get over that time. That was awesome.
That's... wow. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. So we're definitely going to have a battle of beer wagons tonight, Sam. As so far I've seen 4 cars painted with beer logos, and then Baumgarten is running the whiskey paint scheme.
Marcus Hagman rocking the Miller Lite scheme.
One of 2 Miller Lite cars, but it's going to be easy to tell which one is the Sensational Swede.
Yeah, because he's got Pioneer written on the rear wing.
And Olam's on the rear.
Yeah.
And why is it every time we come to a stock car race, I get the munchies?
Well, considering one guy's running a Kit Kat car, it's not hard to...
that would be Ty Marasco.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why we get the munchies. We've got one man running the monster paint scheme. That's Dalton Kilroe. He's right there on track in the 41. I think he's stuck back in 2018, though, because the guy that runs the 41 doesn't have the monster paint scheme anymore.
True story.
Well, he doesn't have the 41 anymore.
Well, apart from column A, apart from column B.
Well, when Kurt Busch moved to Chip Ganassi Racing, he took the monster sponsorship with him.
Yes, he did. How about Tex Perry?
Wow.
Wow, no bias there. Thanks, Tex. Appreciate it.
Rocking the ESPN scheme.
Okay, so we've got Ruby is the car we ran the Rolex 24 at Daytona with.
Redheaded Stepchild is what I run.
The Redheaded Stepchild is the car you ran. So
the Daytona 500, yeah.
Does that mean that Tex's car is Aunt Flo?
Anyway, moving on. Dalton Kilroe jumped up to second in his only just slower than Tyler Gary.
I'm going to hell for that one.
Yeah, Dalton Kilroe, only the second driver to drop into the 47s.
It's still a hell of a time.
Yeah.
The question is, you know, that's their qualifying setups. What are their race setups going to do?
Well, we're still waiting for a time from Mark Arthur, yeah, and we know how fast he is.
He's finally rolling, and I dare say this smells trouble for the rest of the field. Do you notice which car Mark Arthur is in tonight, sir?
Powerpuff Girls.
And that car has only been defeated once.
Yeah.
And that was because he got caught up in the bastard child of a dumpster fire and a train wreck.
That was in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm. And it was not of his own doing.
No.
So the only car not going to be able to lay down a time from the looks of it is going to be Mark McFadden.
Yeah. Everybody taking time except for the 63, the 12. But here comes Mark Arthur now.
And he is on the clock. Using all the track to kind of try to get that thing wound up as best he can. And he hits the wall.
So that's lap one out of the window.
Oh, man. How much damage is on the right side of that car? That right front fender is tweaked.
That's not how he wanted his start to the season to go.
No, it was not.
It's very easy to get sucked up into that wall, though. It happened to me when I was in a truck race earlier. It's very easy to get just sucked up into the wall and you just get stuck there for so long. As he's dropped to the bottom line now for his second lap, but
I don't know.
Right.
He's a good 3 mile an hour. Yeah, you can see there's a ton of damage on the right side of that car as he goes into turn number 1. He's at least 3 mile an hour off of what some of these other guys were laying down for some speeds here. So
he's definitely not going to get into the 47s anyway.
I'm going to be greatly shocked if he can manage a low 48, to be honest with you.
That's if he makes it into the 48 at all with that damage.
I was going to say, if he goes 49s or sub 49s, I'll be impressed.
There he comes down towards the line. Let's see what he can put in now. He goes down to the apron, and that's good enough for
48-2 with damage. What would that car have done had he not hit the wall on lap 1?
I dread to think.
Wow.
Yeah, Mark Arthur.
Wow.
And that's oh my god. Oh, you could already tell we're going to have a fun race tonight.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah. Anyway, while we're in that little bit of grey area between qualifying and the race, let's just go over what's going on for the next couple of days. Tomorrow we bring back the ESPN Fan Choice as we have the return of the ESPN IRO 5 series, and starting tomorrow, Tony, we have the first race of the season with the I-States Racing League.
Real excited to be joining that one. They're going to be running their truck series on Sunday nights, so we'll be able to join them with that. I'll be in the booth with one of our new guys for that one, and you'll be with Wayne Bennett. And you'll be over at Iowa with the IRO 5s.
Yeah, I'll be running things in the booth over there in the ESPN IRO 5 series. We're going to be interested to see.
Let's go through the grid real quick here.
Yeah.
Set an unofficial track record. Tyler Gary, he's going to be joined on the front row with Dalton Kilroe. Row 2 is going to see Tex Perry and Mr. Mark Arthur. Row 3 is going to see Kyle Gilbert and Blake Decker. Sam Baumgarten and Ty Marasco roll off in row number 4. Row 5 is going to see Travis Brown and Russell Chernesky.
Chernesky.
Okay. And row 6 is going to see Ryan Walsh and Don Clark. Row 7 is going to see Doug Thompson and Tyler Duggan, Sam.
1 second now. 5, 6, 7. Row 8 will be Jason Day and Michael Tipton. Row 9 will be Tim Bills, winner from Dover last year. He'll be joined with Russell Brown Jr. And row 10 will be Jason Barnett and Taylor Leskoski. Row 11 will be Tyler Vickery and Wes Hogue. Row 12 will be James Bunce and Robert Dudley. Row 13 will be Marcus Hagman, poor qualified for him, and Willie Glynn. And starting shotgun on the field, making it a field of 27 drivers for this season opener, will be Marcus McFadden. What a field for tonight.
Absolutely.
So, it's going to be a very exciting season opener here tonight, Tony. What are you thinking for tonight's race?
I'm thinking that the smart money is going to be to just kind of ride for the first segment, see what happens, see what your car is going to do in the pack, see what it's going to do in traffic, get yourself into a position, see what type of moves you can make in that second segment, and then all bets are off for segment 3.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing that you and I noticed the other night during the Open is that the modern Cup car can make, on a full tank of fuel, you can go 40 laps.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about this car.
Old car, bigger fuel tank, so it might be able to go longer.
Well, we'll see what happens. As the field working its way through the 3-4 complex, Gary going to have the button as the pace car getting ready to make that left turn onto pit road. About the only thing that's left to say is welcome to the season, and Grandpa, Papa Viagra, it's time to get it on at Daytona.
Green flag.
Yeah, and the green flag is out. Everybody is up and running. 27 drivers taking the green here at Daytona, and straight away everybody running double file as you'd expect when they go off into the distance into turn 1. And already it looks like Mark Arthur being left out to dry on his own on that high side.
Well, he's got Kilrow with some help. The only problem is there's nobody behind Mark Arthur. And Tex Perry going below the yellow line looking to drop back and just get the hell out of trouble because he knows what's about to happen, I think. And finally, Kilrow does hang Arthur out to dry as they haul it off into turn number 3.
Yeah, Laskowski did exactly the same thing, except he did come back on track a lot sooner than Tex did. Tex has dropped all the way to the back, whereas Laskowski has rejoined the lead pack right now. But in the lead, Dalton Kilrow has the clear, and he's got the lead now, Tony.
He's got the clear, and from the looks of it, Perry has dropped back to pick up Grumpy. Those two work together as a team quite well. Right now, though, Mark Arthur working together with Kyle Gilbert. Now, there's not a lot of love lost between those two, but they have worked well together in the past, so it's going to be interesting to see what they can do as this race wears on. As Kilrow shows the way, Gary sitting right on his back bumper. Everybody kind of minding their P's and Q's early, as Don Clark trying to get something going on that high side with the 20 of Chernesky.
Yeah, Russ Chernesky run a couple of races last season, got a couple of good results as well. Only ran part-time, but he's here with us tonight at Daytona, running safely in the top 5, or should I say in the top 5 for now, because we know how the draft works around here. And we know how quickly things can go sour, as that almost happened there.
I think I just changed the flavor of my fire suit, and I'm not even on track.
Yeah, everybody getting ready. Chippy, someone's going to take it 3 wide there. Or try to, anyway.
Well, they thought about it and then thought better of it, going, yeah, it's a little early for that.
Yeah, that was the 35 of Wes Hogue, almost trying to take it 3 wide there.
Hogue running the throwback Wrangler scheme that Dale Earnhardt Sr. made so famous in the early 80s.
Yeah, and we've got 2 of those in the field tonight, so that's going to be confusing.
Yeah, no, what could possibly go wrong?
I've said it before and I'll say it again, everything and anything.
And if you do notice, Sam, we've got a major battle of the beer wagons shaping up here tonight.
We do. We've got Miller out there, we've got Coors out there, we've got...
There's 3 cars rocking Miller paint schemes. One, a throwback Miller Light scheme in the 26, a Miller Highlight scheme in the 55, and then you've got Marcus Hagman running Miller Light on the hood of his car. You've got the 4 running the Budweiser scheme, and then I believe it's Jason Day in the 51 rocking the Coors paint scheme.
Yes, it is.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Beer is good for you. Beer
Especially when you're in NASCAR.
Beer is made from hops. Hops are a plant, therefore beer is salad. Change my mind.
Unless you're drinking Guinness and then it's made from barley. So.
Well, barley is still a plant, in which case, hey, it's still salad.
Yeah, true.
Although Guinness is the only beer you eat with a fork.
Yeah. But technically it's a food.
Absolutely.
As what we were mentioning, Wes Hogue almost getting completely out of shape on the start-finish straight. Managed to collect it up though. As the lead pack have completely checked out from, I believe that is...
Russ Brown back.
Yeah. So the top 20 have completely checked out from Russell Brown.
Oh, and we forgot Will Glenn in the Miller Genuine Draft car too, so...
Oh yeah.
Working with his teammate from Phenomenal Evolution, Mr. Tyler Vickery.
We're going to have a word with Mr. Pasowicz, because if Willie could join this race, then I'm pretty sure Pasowicz can.
No, he can't.
Yeah, I know.
And, well, I'm not going to ask him to, because the last thing I want is for Karen to use KP's corpse to beat me to death with. Hi, Karen. Anyways.
After what KP went through earlier today, I don't think he ever wants to see Daytona ever again.
Yeah.
Although that is coming up on the Pasowicz schedule, so...
Well.
I think.
So that outside line starting to kind of hold its own, as some of these guys are starting to breathe the cars a little bit going through the corners. Not so much that they lose time, but so much that they stay off the car in front of them. Now, the one problem that they are going to run into, Sam, is, especially with this car, is you don't really bump draft in this car. There is a bubble that's kind of created when you get behind somebody, so you can't quite get to their bumper to really push.
Yeah, the only problem with that outside line is that they are very chippy right now. The inside line looks a lot more planted compared to that outside line. You see the 55 there going up and down. Can't seem to get that draft quite right. And yeah, it's kind of hurting the outside line right now.
Well, as you noticed the other night when you were running the fixed setup Daytona 500, that outside line, there's a lot of turbulence. And that's kind of what these guys are experiencing right now, is because when you've got all the air being pushed from the inside, and then if you're in traffic on that outside line, you're catching all the turbulence.
Speaking of turbulence, they're coming up with Travis Brown.
Brown's already been down pit side.
Yeah.
So trouble for your defending champion.
Yeah. He might have started from pit road, you know.
No, he didn't. He's only one lap down.
Oh, and Travis Brown's in the wall!
Let's go back and take a look at that one. It had a little help from the 83 going through 1 and 2. Kept it up there to keep out of everybody's way, but Hopefully he hasn't burned his fast repair yet. He's already been down pit road once. So I'm hoping he hasn't burned his fast repair already, because it's going to make the defending series champion tonight a whole heck of a lot longer, as he's now about 20 miles an hour off the pace. And we're back live.
Dalton Kilroe's still the leader.
Kilroe's still the leader, as the 23 looks like he's thinking about going to that third lane, and thinks better of it going into turn number 1, as they are getting very chippy at the front of this field.
They getting very chippy as we are on lap 11 of 100 here. Remember, the caution will come out on lap 30. So they've only got 30 laps to do this and get that stage win. The question is who is going to get that stage win, because Dalton Kilroe has control right now. That outside line just cannot seem to get it together right now.
And that's something that unfortunately we see a lot of at plate tracks, is you've really got to get good runs and time your runs just right to make anything happen. And that outside line, unfortunately, is not organized enough yet to be able to make anything really work well, as they're 3 wide.
The 83, 23 got into the wall, and the 83 just ran him over. So Jason Barnett tried in that third lane, got it all wrong, and Taylor Laskowski just ran into the back of it. So 2 damaged cars out there right now.
2 damaged cars out there right now. Doug Thompson making a bonsai move up the middle, usually considered the sucker hole, but making it work for him as he gains a couple of spots. The 23 and the 83 dropping like stones right now.
Yeah. Kind of like that move I pulled on everybody in the Daytona 500 the other night. Went around the outside and passed about 4 or 5 cars. You guided me around that, so I thank you for that one.
Hey.
Teamwork.
I have one thing to say about that move that you made the other night, Sam.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Anywho.
Still gonna send it.
I just woke up from a little nap, it's a little dark, but I said it. I'm still gonna send it.
That was exactly my thought when I made that move.
Anyways, like we were talking about, that outside lane's got to get a little more organized than it is if they're going to hope to make anything happen. Now, with Mark Arthur and Kyle Gilbert almost having the clear, I would dare say those would be the 2 guys to really make it happen if they decided to go for it.
Yeah, it looks like the lead pack is starting to get smaller and smaller. Everybody's starting to get a bit strung out now, and that's going to be good for the long run, but that outside line is going to get weaker and weaker as that pack gets smaller.
And Tyler Vickery's already on pit road.
Uh-oh. That can't be good.
No. And the one thing I am noticing, too, is from Tyler Duggan in 19th all the way back to Russ Brown in the 00. Brown is struggling right now, and so is everybody behind him. 20 seconds off the pace between Duggan and Brown, and those guys are in a lot of danger of lap down soon here. Who's even in more danger is this group that we're looking at towards the real tail end of that pack. That's Perry, Heckman, and Bunce. Those guys are only about 4 seconds in front of the leader right now.
Yeah, they're trying to work together as they're actually going to bring a pit side now. So we might have green flag pit stops starting to go underway here as we've got another one dropping down. That's Willie Glynn. Glynn's coming way too hot.
Kills the commitment cone and locks his brakes up. Misses his pit stall.
Yeah, so that's going to be a penalty, and he's going to go round again. Well, he's going to go round again anyway, but...
Meanwhile, back at the front, that second lane still trying to make something happen.
Yeah. Question is, can they make something happen? Because we've got more drivers up there now. There's 6 up there now. That should be enough to kind of make a push, but they just can't get it in line. And like you said, that turbulence is really playing havoc with them right now.
The turbulence is playing havoc with them, but the biggest problem that they're going to have is you've got to get a run to get through the bubble that the aero package that is on this car creates, because you can't just draft up to somebody. You've really got to get a run on them to give them the shove that they're going to need to make anything happen on that high side.
Yeah. As Mark Arthur's still got the clear there in 3rd place, just behind Kilroe and Gary.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Mark Arthur is probably just riding right now. A comfortable 3rd. Not looking to set the world on fire yet. Just going to play it easy, see what he's got. Knows what he had in traffic right now. And look for him if he's in position in the final segment. Yeah, that's the time to make moves. But right now, Arthur and Gilbert both have raced with this league long enough to know that it's way too early to be kind of to get chippy.
Yeah, they're coming up on Bunce and Hagman right now. Let's see how this plays out. They're trying to get up to the wall.
Bunce is into the wall.
Yeah. Everybody doing everything they can to get around him. Bunce has got damage. He's falling backwards.
Bunce has got a lot of damage. He pounded the turn 4 wall on the exit of the corner and just luckily he was able to keep it off everybody else.
The question is now, how long can this lead pack go on for before they bring it down pit road? It's pretty obvious that they're not going to make it before lap 30. Judging by the people that have been down pit road already. Who's going to blink first? Willie Glynn already went down. They're right in front of him.
That's the 83 of Lasowski and 35 of Hogue, 51 of Day.
Yeah, so we've got some takers down pit road. Let's see who else comes down. Can any of the top 5 blink? Will any of the top five blink?
Well, with the 20 finally dropping down to the low line, it looks like he might be going this time.
Yep.
Or at least thinking about it.
And from personal experience, I know that entrance to pit road can either make or break.
Here we go.
Drivers. Lots of people coming down. Wholesale pit stops. We've got one going into the wall. One in the wall. One going across the grass. And someone killed the commitment cone. I believe that might have been Kilroe that killed the commitment cone there. He might get a penalty from that.
Well, let's see what the chopper picked up.
Who was that went into the wall?
Not 100% certain. Yep, that was Kilroe that killed the commitment cone. If I had to venture a guess, it wasn't McFadden. It was Barnett. Barnett went into the inside wall, got it all wrong. Had some help from the 55. Let's back that up a little bit more there. Dives it low, collects the 55, 55, bunts him back, bang. There it goes. Knocks the rear end completely out of that car.
He's taken his fast repair and he's back up and running, but that's really cost him.
Meanwhile, Mark McFadden had stayed out. Gets credited.
He's on pit road now.
Yep, he is on pit road. Got to cross that line and hang on to her, son. Wow. Tell me these kids aren't just flat trying to get it right now.
Yeah, Donald Clark having a problem getting into his pit stall. Now he finally gets in there. He did take over the lead from Marcus McFadden. Not sure he got credited with the lead, but...
He did. He got credited with 1 lap led, but look who's at the front of the pile now. Mark Arthur.
Yeah, and Tyler Gary. And Dalton Kilroe did get popped for unsafe pit entry. Because he is way back in the field right now.
If I had to venture a guess, I'm going to say that the top 8 only took 2. As Arthur, Gary, Bumgarden, Decker, Thompson, Gilbert, Wash, Marasco, and Marasco sub 10-second pit stops.
Yeah. As now they're just going to straight run it to the green and white checkered now.
As they are coming up on Travis Brown one more time as they come down the super stretch.
That's a severely damaged car in front of them as well.
Very much so. Quick look at your top 10. And Doug Thompson tried to make something happen on that outside. Not a lot of help yet.
Silent Assassin is Doug Thompson. Where did he come from?
Had a hell of a pit stop. That's where he came from. 7.8 in his stall. Fortunately, though, Kyle Gilbert not close enough to really make anything happen yet. Finally gets to the back bumper of Thompson. And we are going to be 5 to go. Competition caution this time across the stripe. Mark Arthur still showing the way in the Powerpuff Girls number 12. Whenever he breaks out that car, it usually means bad news for the rest of the field as they are coming up on Robert Dudley and Tyler Vickery, it looks like.
Yeah, it is. Oh, they almost went 4 wide as well just then.
Well, Thompson got caught up in that rolling pick. Loses a ton of momentum.
The back markers are 1 lap down. They don't need to worry at this point. They know that they've got 2 more cautions coming, so it will reset the field. But question is, will they stay out and try and get the wave around, or are they going to try and race it out and try and get lucky dogs? Should there be more cautions at the 2 competition cautions?
Has yet to be determined. You got 17 cars left on the lead lap. And Don Clark in the 28 in danger of going a lap down, as he's only a couple seconds in front of the leaders right now.
As here comes Doug Thompson again, getting a run on the high side on his own this time.
Using a ton of side draft, probably scaring the hell out of a lot of people right now. Almost gets into the 53, and there's the 28.
Oh, it's the ball hard. That's going to hurt him.
Yep. Unfortunately, Clark now a lap down. So... two to go to the competition caution, this time across the stripe. Arthur still showing the way. And a pack of angry wolves behind him.
Yep.
Kyle Gilbert pushing the daylights out of Blake Decker.
Yeah, we've got 4 cars up there now. Looks like we've got the kick-out machine at the back of that. That is, I believe, Ryan Wash? No.
No, it's the 14 of Marasco.
Yeah. And he's falling backwards. No, he's not. But Doug Thompson's dropped to the bottom now. He's on his inside line. They are in 2x2 again. They know the stage is coming to end. This is where the hard racing comes into it to get those important stage points. Who's going to come out on top? Because you see Decker on the high side getting a big run there. One more lap to go. And this is important now.
And they've got lap traffic in front of them.
Yeah.
This has bad intentions written all over it.
And they're sticking to the bottom of the lap traffic as well, so they're going to have to move. Stick and move, stick and move. As they come to the line, and Decker's going to get the stage win here. Controversy at the end of stage 1, Tony.
Wow.
And of course, there it is. Wow, what an end to the first stage. Mark Arthur pretty much getting dumped there for the stage win.
Well, let's go back and take a look at that as they were coming up on the lap cars. The 26 looked like he was trying to make it 3 wide and unfortunately just caught Arthur wrong. So, yeah, around goes Mark Arthur. Blake Decker going to get credited with the stage win. But, wow.
That's probably the most exciting end to stage 1 I've seen in a long time.
Very much so. Is Gilbert hanging on for second, Walsh for third, Gary, Bumgarten, Marasco, Thompson, Hogue, Shineski, and Duggan coming home in 10th on that one.
Yeah, 1 spot ahead of Mark Arthur, who just misses out on that last point for the top 10.
So there's your stage wins. Gilbert able to get by Decker before the caution came out. Decker getting the point for the stage win, though, as just about everybody's going to be bringing it down pit side this time. Matter of fact, everybody that's on the lead lap bringing it down pit side this time. All 16 of them. As you and I are going to step away for a real quick break from and a word from the Esports Network.
And he hits him again now. Ray out the outside wall.
He's going to pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's going to get them all done with. What amazing.
Race lead to the inside goes Logan Cloudman is going to touch in. Pit press.
Saved it.
What a save.
Look to the outside as Cronkite goes off. De Jong into second place.
Going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's howling down to the inside.
Trying this contact though. Slide left to the racetrack. Chris Benner drives it back down underneath, and he takes that second spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe.
Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact.
He's going to try and make the move around the outside the parabolica. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cut back here. Get the run out the parabolica. That's beautifully done there. Makashube, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
And we are back live at Daytona. Kyle Gilbert winning the battle off pit road. Gary coming out in second. Walsh in third. Well, let's just do it this way. Decker taking 4 tires, it looks like. So he's losing a couple spots in the pits. Everybody else looks like they might be gambling on tires, Sam.
Yeah, and this is one of those few tracks that you actually can take a gamble on tires. Tire wear, as we've seen from the official races, is not really a factor around here. It's more of a fuel game than anything else.
Very much so. Now, there's going to be tracks that we're going to see where anytime you can put 4 Mr. Feelgoods on the car, yeah, you're going to want to do it. And as of right now, looks like we got 4 takers to get the wave arounds.
I'm surprised the others didn't go with them, but I'm guessing they might have needed some damage repair. Travis Brown is one of them looking for a wave around. Marcus McFadden not looking for a wave around as he took it down pit road. Neither is James Bunce. But
Muncie knows there's plenty of time left in this one, as is Tex Perry.
Yeah, there's at least one more caution yet to come, so they've got time. If the end of stage 2 is anything anywhere near as exciting as the end of the first one, then my God, ladies and gentlemen, you've got a treat in store for you.
Absolutely. As I believe the... Oof. Excuse me. Lights go out on the pace car. Gilbert going to have the button when we go back to green. And this is definitely what some of these guys were hoping for, as that's going to put us with 18 cars back on the lead lap. And Sam, why don't you get us going this time?
Indeed I will, as we are now on the cusp of letting stage 2 begin at this point. They are just on the way on the backstretch now. Kyle Gilbert going to have the button when they go back to green. Got the better, well, didn't take any tires on the last pit stop.
Didn't take any on this one either.
No. So let's see who's going to come out on top in this second stage. Been relatively clean so far, apart from the end of the stage. So let's see if they can do it again. Ryan Walsh up there as well in second place. Let's see what he can do now. He's up in the top 5. But anyway, they made their way through turns 3 and 4 to get this second stage underway. And let those horses free again. Pace car makes his mediocre turn onto pit road right now. Now would be nice. There you go.
Any day now.
So the field controller Kyle Gilbert, and the green flag is out again, and we're back underway. All right, Blake Decker, sorry, getting a horrible wheel spin on that outside line. That stacked up the outside line, and that has let Baumgarten get the clear up into 4th place now, all because Decker just got it all wrong on the restart there.
Decker got it all wrong on the restart, and Hogue gonna have a run at Gary, and Gary just leaves him hanging out to dry. As right now, Kyle Gilbert and Ryan Walsh in lockstep right now at the front of this field. And here comes Hogue on the high side, doing it all on his lonesome. No help, though. He's going to run into a brick wall in about half a car length. And there it is. No more forward momentum for you without some help, my friend. Nobody going with him.
Sorry, Tony, but Mark Arthur making it 3 wide in the back there. Trying to find his way through. There he's in a wreck with the 55, I believe that is. It is, and the caution's out. Mark Arthur making a bold move, and it just went all wrong there. Right in the middle of Tex Perry and...
No, that was Kyle Gilbert. Or, I'm sorry, that was Tyler Vickery and Tipton.
Yeah, and it just went all wrong there. Mark Arthur. Looks like it's
That's Arthur in the pink and black car going up through the middle. And actually, it looked like Tipton may have come down on him. Let's watch that one again.
We know from past experience that when you make a really wide move, like Mark Arthur did do, you've got to trust the people to your inside and outside.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it looked like Tipton may have come down on him, and Robert Dudley catching a big piece of that one.
Yeah, and we've got a message in the live chat from Tex Perry, just as we were talking before the race started. Tex says he wants to name the car Ruby as well. He says, nope, stealing the name Ruby.
No, it's Aunt Flo. Ruby's already taken, so it's Aunt Flo.
And Ruby will be back out on track when we go to Watkins Glen later in the year, so that's going to be an interesting race for that one.
Wow, what a shot.
Yeah.
I just watched that again at what happened to Tipton, and holy cow, what a ride he just went on.
Yeah, he did.
Do a barrel roll.
Okay.
So, under caution number 2, yeah, that's going to help the back markers a hell of a lot right now, as that's helped Willie Glynn get back on the lead lap.
Well, it's also going to put, I believe it's going to put Tyler Vickery back on the lead lap with the wave around, or free pass, if you will. Lucky dog, shall we call it?
Mike Tipton's still in pit road. I'm not sure if he's taken.
He just made it to pit road.
Yeah, so he limped it back. Taking his fast repair, he kind of had no choice but to.
Yeah. And when that caution came out,
Wes Hogue took the lead.
Wes Hogue took the lead. He stayed. Excuse me. He stayed out. Kyle Gilbert went pit side. Looks like he might have taken tires. Ryan Walsh went pit side. Bumgarten, Decker. So Glenn stayed out. 21 laps on his tires right now.
And we've got one car limping on the apron there. I can't quite see. I think that's Robert Dudley.
That is Robert Dudley. Is Bunty taking it pit side. Yeah, Dudley caught a big piece of that one. As Arthur was spinning off of the wall, Dudley unfortunately got doored.
Yeah. So the Tyler Vickery, James Bunce, Russell Brown Jr.
So Glenn finally taking it pit side. His pits are open for him, as he was a lap car when the caution came out. So 3 cars staying out. That's Hogue, Thompson, and Laskowski. And everybody else going pit side. So gonna be fun to see how this one plays out.
Yeah, and we've got some new drivers to see how they can handle the restart. So it's always fun when you come to a new season and we've got new names in the field. It's always interesting to see how they control things when they're up at the front.
Well, this is one of those tracks where, unfortunately, as soon as the pace car clears the racing surface, the green flag immediately comes out. So there's not really any holding the field down or getting a good jump like there would be at a place like Talladega. The one thing I do want to point out to you, Sam, if you look close, Hoag's rear bumper has a nice little waffle to it.
Yes, it does. So that might hurt him in the long run. But he managed to keep up a lot of speed on that last run before the caution came out, so can't be hurting him too badly if he's getting that much speed and getting all that side draft off everybody else.
Well, we're about to find out, as I believe the lights are about ready to go out on the pace car this time across.
Yeah, they are. They're going 2x2 right now.
There we go. So current rundown of your top 10. Hoag, Thompson, Laskowski, Gary, Gilbert, Walsh, Bumgarten, Kilroe, Shineski, and Marasco. You are watching a presentation of NASCOM Online eRacing Series. Excuse me. Devonera. Wow. I can speak tonight, really. I can, folks. Devonera. Sounded like a venereal disease. Anyways, 250 at Daytona. No, the way I said it, it sounded like that. They're not. They're an awesome band from Australia. Be sure to give them a look on YouTube when you get a chance, folks. Wes Hoag going to have the button when we go back to green. Field working its way into turn number 3 right now. Doug Thompson looking to make something happen after a disappointing finish to last season, looking to get one started on a strong note tonight. Field in the middle of 3 and 4. Pace car getting ready to make that lazy left turn. Field out of turn number 4 now. As what type of restart is Hoag going to give us as you get, and there we go. We're about to find out. He jumps on the loud pedal and gets a major gap. He's going to be a sitting duck by the time they get to turn 1.
Thompson had a horrible restart that spun the wheels just like Barnett did. It wasn't Barnett, it was Decker did on the last restart. So horrible restarts on that outside line for everybody who's up there. So, but then again, look at Thompson now, got back up to speed. He's got the run on the outside line. Is he going to take Gary with him, or is he going to just drop down and leave him out to dry? Gary's come through as well. Thompson drops to the bottom line. Gary's been left out to dry.
Oh, Gary's got Walsh with him. It's Thompson that's been hung out to dry. As Kyle Gilbert gets into it with the 83 of Laskowski. And Tyler Gary, your pole sitter, going to lead his first lap tonight.
Which is quite shocking, really.
Very much so.
As Marcus McFadden has put his car on the holder, our first retirement of the night. Unfortunately there for the man driving the folders, number 63.
Thompson and Gary go side by side. Thompson with a lot of help from Hoag right now. Gary with a ton of help from Walsh on that high side. Got Kyle Gilbert with him as we are going to put lap 44 up on the board, start scoring it, and give that lap to Gary as well. 7 thousandths of a second at the line. This is what we were talking about earlier. That outside line's finally gotten organized, and this is what they can do when it happens. If you take a look, Walsh pushing the daylights out of Gary right now.
Yeah. As Gary going to go down, it looked like he was thinking about it as they came through 3 and 4.
And they touch.
Yeah, contact there. Gary's thinking about dropping to the bottom line. He's lost that chance now because Thompson getting a run on the inside now onto his left rear quarter panel. Now he has the clear.
Thompson with a big wow in that right front fender, where he got into it with Gary. Gary was trying to come down. The only problem was Thompson was already there.
Yeah, he's got the clear now. Can he come down and actually?
He doesn't have to clear anymore.
No. That's the problem. Just when he thinks he's got the room to come down, Doug Thompson gets a huge run and blocks him off.
Thompson shot out of a cannon, goes up to that outside line.
What a move by Thompson.
Thompson wanting to make a statement. He got, for lack of a better term, he thinks he got screwed last season. Oh, sucker hole. They go 3 wide down the back chute.
Yeah, and Thompson's going to be put right into that vortex. He's going to go straight to the back. That is unfortunate for Thompson. Got completely, for lack of a better term, screwed out of that one.
Absolutely. There's still 3 wide.
Yeah.
They better get that sorted out soon, or else this is going to end poorly.
You see on the outside of that 3 wide there, that's Dalton Kilroe. The man that's led the most laps already tonight.
Thompson still fighting for all he's worth right now in the middle.
Oh, it goes right! Oh my God! There's the big one. Not like this. Wow. Oh my God.
Let's take a look at what happened as they went into turn number 3. Just the 83 and the 35 just got it all wrong with a bump draft. Shades of Jimmy Johnson.
That's putting it mildly.
Yeah.
Yeah, got turned by Laskarski, and that created the big one here tonight. As Tyler Vickery, whoever made the prediction of lap 48, you win.
You're a dick. They are coming down the back straightaway. This is what the chopper picked up, and just boom, snap, see ya, bye.
Yeah.
13 cars caught up in that one.
I can't help but think that Mr. Laskarski might be called to the big blue hauler for that one.
Safe bet. That's provided he makes it out of the infield care center.
Laskarski's still in the car.
For now.
Yeah.
You ever seen what a torque wrench does to the human skull?
What, you reckon Wes Hogan's going to go after him?
Yeah. Meanwhile, back at the front, Dalton Kilroe stays out. Mark Arthur stays out. Tex Perry, probably not a happy camper. He was hoping to get a wave around. And that car looks like it's been through a war already. And we are only starting lap 50.
Yeah, he got caught up in the big one. So he's going to be nursing that car from now on. I think he's still got his fast repair, so he should be okay to go down and get it done. But again, we're just coming up to halfway now. He needs to keep that car clean for another 50 laps.
Yeah. Good grief. So Kyle Gilbert having to tow. No, he limped it around. He did drive into the pits. Looks like everybody able to limp it back from the looks of it.
Are you sure he didn't tow? Because he's been sitting in pit road for a very long time right now.
He's pit farming.
Okay.
As Perry brings it pit side finally, Barnett goes pit side. And Travis Brown finally getting pit side as well.
Mike Tipton, the next driver to put it on the hauler. I'm guessing he's going to be followed by a few more drivers, judging by what we just witnessed. So,
well, the question is, who's burned their fast repair already prior to that, and who hasn't? So, just never a dull moment at a plate track, Sam. Never a dull moment.
not at all.
Do we want to talk to anybody while we're under caution? I'll let you make that choice and call.
Only if you get to. Only if you interview.
Fine, I'll do the interview.
Let's talk to our fearless leader, shall we?
Sure.
I'll drag him down. And joining Tony in the booth now is the league owner and driver of the 85 Dodge machine, Mr. Tex Perry. Tony.
Tex, Tony up in the booth. You got me, sir.
10-4, what's up, good buddy?
Well, it looks like you and your new ride, Aunt Flo, got caught up in that one.
Yeah, I got your Aunt Flo. Yeah, Ruby was running good. We were running for the lucky dog spot and just kind of got caught up in that mess. Literally, there was nowhere anybody could go.
Well, it's kind of to be expected. I'm surprised you guys made it this far without having the big one happen prior to this. But how's the car feeling out there prior to all hell breaking loose?
Honestly, it actually feels really good if I can catch the draft and stay in it. I kind of dropped back there at the start just to try to stay out of the melee, and I got caught up in the mess to begin with anyway.
Fair enough. Well, I see the lights are going on the pace car. Tex, we'll let you get back to it. Best of luck to you in the rest of the event.
All right, fellas, I appreciate it.
So, Tex Perry saying
Is it surprisingly high spirits considering what he's been through?
Absolutely. Absolutely. As lights are out on the pace car, Kilrow back at the point. You got to think he's got to be counting his lucky stars right now after annihilating the commitment cone under the green flag stops. He and Mark Arthur back at the front. Who'd have thunk?
Yeah, I know, right?
The field's starting to work its way into the 3-4 complex. Sam, I believe it's your turn.
Yeah, as they make their way through that 3-4 complex, as Tony just mentioned, Kilrow going to have the button as the pace car goes off. We're just waiting for that pace car to go off into pit road. Mark Arthur second. Doug Thompson back up to third. Missing that big one there as there goes the pace car. We are back under green for a 10-lap dash to the second green and white checker here, Tony.
Second segment getting ready to come to a close as Kilrow gets a hell of a jump. Arthur on the button with him, though. What type of move can Arthur make as they come through 1 and 2? Arthur all over the back bumper of Kilrow as they're trying to put some distance between themselves and Doug Thompson. Thompson always a threat whenever he's on the lead lap. So these guys trying to get some separation between them. Field's starting to get strung out as they go single file as they haul off into turn number 3, Sam.
Yeah, as Arthur hoping that lightning does not strike twice here. Remember what happened at the end of the first stage? He got taken out at the end of that stage. He doesn't want to see that happen again. So he wants to try and create as much distance between himself and the car behind him as possible as he crosses the line to complete lap 52. so far, Baumgarten is right behind him as well as Thompson. Thompson's a safe driver as he goes to the high line. Now, Thompson feels like he can go up there and try and take that lead again. Or no, he drops back in line. It looks like he's just breathing the engine here, Tony.
Just breathing the engine, but Thompson, we saw him go to the front the hard way the last time he did it. He's going to try to do it again. Not going to make it happen this time as he's about to get freight trained. Zero help on that high line for Thompson as they go through 3 and 4.
Yeah, the 20's trying to get to him. Not close enough so far. The 19 of Ryan Wash going to get past him. There's going to be a gap for him to come down, but not right now. Doug Thompson feels like he can get another run here. But no, it's all in vain as he's going to try and drop in line. There he goes, and the only driver on the outside now will be the 20 of Russ Charneski.
You got Charneski and Tim Bills working with him. Now, the one thing I do want to point out is Bills and Gilbert, as close as those two are running right. Oh, the 19 gets shuffled. But Bills and Gilbert, there's absolutely no love lost between those two, as Bills is the reason that Gilbert was eliminated from last year's playoffs going into the final race at Homestead.
Yeah, he was. That contact between those two really throwing out some controversy at the end of last season. But Tim Bills has the run on the outside there. You see him on the outside of Hogue and Thompson. Thankfully, the man that's leading that little outside pack is Mr. Donald Clark. Clark having a better run this time around, remember. He was one of the guys that made that last pit stop and got it all wrong going into his pit box. Finally, able to find his way back to the front. And his challenger for the lead there is alongside Kilroe. The outside line coming to life again, Tony.
The outside line's coming to life, but...
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
No caution.
How does that stay green?
There
it is.
Doug Thompson caught up in that in a big way.
Well, let's see what happened here. The 37 just turns the 20 down into the 19, and Will Glenn catches the race car to the face.
Oh.
And I'm being told by the boys in the truck that we actually have a helmet cam on Glenn, and bang, there it is. Let's see what the chopper picked up. You see it happen right there.
Yeah. Well, Glenn, he was caught up in the big one. Let's hope he hasn't got too much damage on that car right now.
And Tex Perry's right there as well. And I could sum up what Tex Perry just had happen in one simple phrase. Not hitting a thing.
Meanwhile, the driver door of that 29 is smashed in, Tony.
The entire left side of that car is smashed in. How to make a K&N car look like a pavement modified in one simple step.
Jason Barnett being the latest driver to put his car on the hauler.
Wes Hogue's car looks like it's been through a war. Wow.
Yeah, he got caught up in another dumpster fire, so that's not going to please him at all.
Ryan Walsh, a big part of that one as well. So, yeah. That was ugly.
So we've seen a couple of drivers let Jimmy Johnson be the spirit guide tonight. Let's see if we can get a third one. I believe we are going to get probably a 2
You
lap
just made the list!
Yeah, I probably did. We'll see if we can get a couple of laps of green flag running in before we bring this stage to a close.
I don't think we're going to see that, Sam.
We might. You never know. They're on lap 57.
Yeah, it might be a one-lap shootout.
That's good enough for me.
And if you're playing the at-home drinking game, that's shot number 4, folks.
Yep. Well, no, you can't really get...
Oh, no, you got to count those.
Okay. I believe the lights are going off this time. No, they're not. Okay, fair enough.
Make sure you're live, my friend.
I'm live. I'm live. So if we're going to have a one-lap shootout for the end of the stage, the lights have to go out next time, boy. The end of this lap, basically.
Well, if they don't, we're not going back green. So, your current top 10 as they sit right now: Dalton Kilroe, Mark Arthur, Sam Baumgarten, Don Clark, Tim Bills, Kyle Gilbert, Tyler Gary, Blake Decker, Robert Dudley, and Will Glenn. Let's take a look and see if Glenn had his fast repair still left. So,
running an impressive top 10 as well, so hats off to him.
Running a very impressive top 10 in his first race with the NASCOMonline eRacing League.
His brother will be proud.
Well, let's not get carried away.
KP, if you watch it, I know you're proud of your brother. Admit it, just this once.
As the field coming around, let's see if the lights go out this time on the pace car.
And it does.
Ooh,
So
one lap shootout.
One lap?
One lap.
One lap.
One lap for all the marbles.
And as I said during that last run, Mark Arthur is hoping that lightning does not strike twice here. Because we all know what happened at the end of stage 1, and he does not want that to happen again.
Well, the one that I'm going to be keeping an eye on is row 3. Because you got Kyle Gilbert and Tim Bills.
No love lost between those two.
To be honest with you, I don't think either one of them would take a leak on the other one if they were on fire. I would call it hatred, but I don't think hatred is a strong enough word. Seriously. So, anyways.
There was a band called the Plain White Tees back in 2007 that said, hate is a strong word, but I really, really don't like you.
Sure. Go with that thought.
Yeah.
Anyways. Kilroe gonna have one lap to get it done for the stage. Arthur looking to salvage, make up for the stage 1 that he didn't get. As the field coming out at turn number 4, pace car getting ready to make that lazy left turn onto pit road. And we are back underway. Kilroe getting a lazy jump, spins the tires. Gilbert spins the tires as well, as he's now under attack from Blake Decker.
Yeah, now Mark Arthur and Kilroe were actually leading on each other as they went to green there. Not sure what sort of strategy that was, but it worked in Kilroe's favour as now he has a nose out in front. Here comes Baumgarten, round goes Kyle Gilbert, and that is the end of stage 2.
And Gilbert, we saw, spun the tires on the initial hit. And let's see what did take place here. Tried to come down, and yeah, unfortunately, 2 cars trying to occupy the same piece of real estate at the exact same time goes against the laws of physics.
Yeah, and everybody was wrecking to avoid him. Tex Perry being one of them. Luckily, Tex Perry didn't get too much damage from that. Just a bit of right side damage. Nothing to heart. No harm given. I say a bit of right side damage. That rear end looks like it's seen better days.
The whole right side looks like it's seen better days.
Yeah.
Though we have seen worse. So, stage
2.
Stage 2, Dalton Kilroe.
Daniel Baumgarten being credited for second place. Wow.
Not sure. Well, apparently he had the nose out in front of Mark Arthur when the caution flew.
Yep. So, for lack of a better term,
hold on.
What?
We've got to go on board with Mark Arthur because I want to see what that rear spoiler says. Oh, okay. Not what I thought it was going to say. Thought it was going to be like one of my paint schemes and have a snarky comment on it. I saw writing on the back of Baumgartner's rear spoiler.
The Baumgarten had him by a nose, so Baumgarten credited for second, Mark Arthur third, Tim Bills in fourth. Remember, Bills was a lap down at one point, so good rebound for him. Gary up to fifth now. Glynn made up the most positions. He's up in P6 at the end of the stage. Seventh was Clark. Eighth, Decker, despite the incident with Gilbert. Ninth was Day, and rounding out the top 10 was Marasco. So,
and take a look who's leading this piece.
Yeah, Will Glynn.
And I'd like to point out who just got the free pass and is now back on the lead lap.
Tex Perry.
No. The driver of the Black Country Rock 01, your defending series champion, Travis Brown.
Yeah.
Good luck, everybody. Travis Brown's back on the lead lap. You're all in trouble.
That, you know, he's going to make his way through the field and try and challenge for that win tonight.
Like a hot knife through butter. Travis Brown back on the lead lap, always dangerous as far as being able to compete for the win whenever he's on the lead lap.
Absolutely.
But as we've seen tonight, he's got to stay out of the dumpster fire caused by other people.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised Will Glynn not taking it pit side, though he only has 6 laps on his tires. I'm thinking he's flirting with disaster. Either that or he knows something we don't know.
I'm thinking it's the latter. Because, remember, he's quite talented. He's got it in his blood. He knows how to wheel one of these cars around. I mean, we've seen him time and time again in the Paskis League just doing what he does best and just wheeling it around there and using strategy to his best ability. So Will Glynn knows how to get to the front end and knows how to stay there too.
Hashtag not wrong. So Kilroe winning the battle off pit road. Baumgarten coming out in third. Mark Arthur coming out in fourth. Ty Marasco fifth. Blake Decker sixth. Ty Gary, Don Clark, Jason Day, and Tex Perry into the top 10.
Damage car and all. Question is, how...
Not a lot of damage. All you needed was the Jackman to just do a cannonball on the hood. He would have been fine.
You need a hard charge from a Rhino to knock that right side back into place, though.
No, just a 250-pound jack man doing a cannonball on the hood. You'll be fine. Trust me.
That'll probably be me then.
No, I speak from experience.
Okay.
Been there, done that. Missing teeth because of it.
When a heavy man jumps on a car, sheet metal will bend.
True story.
Or in NASCAR, in stock cars these days, carbon fiber.
No, it's still sheet metal.
Okay.
The nose piece is... The hell?
I'm just trying to figure out the same thing myself. Mark Arthur forcing his way back to the front of the field.
Mark Arthur with a lot of damage on the 12. Not sure why, because I don't think that was there when the caution came out.
I got into it with somebody, but nevertheless, here we are. We're about to get the final stage underway here for the opening round, the Devonera 250 here with the NASCOMonline series. Will Glynn going to have the button when we go back to green here? He's going to have Dalton Kilroe to his outside. Remember, Dalton Kilroe has led the most laps here tonight, so he'll be eager to get his way back to the point as quickly as possible. Samuel Baumgarten is in third. I'm sorry I keep butchering your name, Samuel. I don't mean to. Blake Decker is in fourth. Tyler Gary is in fifth. Remember, he was our pole setter for tonight, setting that blistering time of a
No, Ty Marasco is in fifth, bud.
Oh, yeah.
And take a look at how damaged that Kit Kat car is.
He had a break. He had a Kit Kat. Anyway.
Interesting side note.
As we're about to go back to green.
As we're getting ready to go back to green, we'll talk about it in a minute here.
Will Glynn hits the loud pedal, gets it going. Kilroe spinning the tyres. The outside line really not getting going here tonight. As we got three wide at the back, that is Hogue coming through the field, and three wide in the middle. Hogue has to back out of it.
And Travis Brown making it happen up through the middle. He's working with Tex Perry and Kyle Gilbert, both of whom got their cars fixed under that last caution. So this is going to be interesting to see how some of last year's playoff contenders can try to make something happen.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back at the front, Will Glynn still able to hold on to that lead. I'll take that back because there goes Kilroe. There goes Arthur. And Glynn just replaced in the lead just like that. And here comes Baumgarten on that outside.
Baumgarten trying to make something happen on the outside.
Big wreck at the back. Sorry, Tony. The 20 hitting the wall hard. Very hard. Charneski is out of this.
Let's go back and take a look at what just happened. That's the second time tonight the 19 took somebody. Yeah. Let's see what the chopper picked up.
But you see where that hit, Tony. That's thank God this is a simulator moment if ever I saw it.
That's definitely a basilar skull fracture waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are back under caution. For those of you playing the at-home drinking game, that's your sixth shot. So let's talk about the 14 for right now. And you'll notice that it does have a Kit Kat sponsorship on it. One thing I would like to point out to those of you from the States, and Sam, I'm sure you can attest to this, if you're outside of North America, Kit Kat is actually made by the Nestle's Corporation.
Yeah, it is.
Inside North America,
made by Hershey.
It's licensed by Hershey.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not...
That's screwed up.
Yeah. Now, growing up, my father worked for Nestle in what at one time was the oldest chocolate factory in North America, the Fulton, New York plant. And he comes home one day. He goes, "Hey, check this out!" And he's got this. It's a Kit Kat wrap. You could tell it's a Kit Kat wrapper, but the writing is Oriental looking. I don't know which country it was supposed to be for, but I'm looking at it going, why does that say Kit Kat by Nestle on it, Dad? He goes, outside North America, Nestle owns the rights to Kit Kat. Like, really?
That's the one thing I want to try when I come over in May.
What's that?
The Hershey Kit Kat.
From what I can gather, it's a slightly different chocolate configuration.
Yeah, I mean, I've eaten Hershey chocolate before. I know what the configuration is. So,
but now, Sam, you know that they've got the wafer, and then there's a filling, and then there's another wafer, and then there's more filling and another wafer, and then they put chocolate over that, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what the filling is in between the wafers?
Nougat.
No.
What?
Crushed up Kit Kat.
Nice.
So it's Kit Kats that didn't pass inspection to be released as full candy bars.
So it's a Kit Kat and a Kit Kat.
It's a Kit Kat inside of a Kit Kat inside of a Kit Kat that was made from old recycled Kit Kats. So it's Kit Katception.
I love that. So, as you just said, I will be over in the States in May. So, if you're in the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and want to come and say hi, then please do so. I will be travelling with our good friend Mr. Scott Brinson for that event. So, I think Wes Fry and Will Kirk are coming up for that one as well. So,
and if you're a driver in any one of the leagues who Sam has jinxed in the past, it's a $5 donation to the PH Aware Fund, and you can kick Sam in the nuts. But you have to pay $5 to PH Aware.
Yeah.
Or we will accept donations to Fuck Cancer.
I'm wearing a polycarbonate cup for that one, by the way. Or one made of oh my god, what did they put in bulletproof vests?
Ceramic.
No, the other one.
Ballistic Kevlar.
That's the one. I'll be wearing a Kevlar cup.
Anyways.
I'll feel it, but I won't die.
Anyways. Mark Arthur pit farming the daylights out of that car, drops all the way to 17th as we've got 18 cars left on the lead lap. Grumpy getting the lucky dog on that last one.
Yeah. As I believe when we go back to green, we will be 30 to go.
Yeah. There's Kilroe, Perry, Wilson, Clark, Brown, Gary, Decker, Bills, Duggan, and Dudley all staying out. Dudley running out your top 10. How about that? Nice run for Robert Dudley.
Yeah, and Glenn's still right there. He's starting on the outside this time. Let's see how he handles it this time.
Take a look who's restarting in third. Was 2 laps down at one point.
Lucas restarted right behind him.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, my God. You talk about Kit Katception, this is NASCARception.
Again, 2 laps down at one point, and Travis Brown, your defending series champion, is back on the lead lap.
And in the top 5.
And in the top 5. Good luck, everybody.
And we've only had 4 retirements, which is amazing. So that's Sam Cooper Bennett, that's Cork Ireland,
And if you had lap, what was it, 43?
48.
48 in the pool, you win.
Yeah.
And for those of you that get the joke, you'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I've just been going back and forth with Tyler in the live chat. Let's just say I wasn't exactly polite to him.
When are you ever? As
Never.
the field works its way out of turn 4, Kilrow going to have the button one more time. Let's see what type of restart Glenn can get.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag comes out. Kilrow pulls the trigger. Glenn goes with him, almost in lockstep. As the green flag comes back out, Tex Perry under a lot of pressure right now. Got Travis Brown all over his back bumper as they haul it off into turn number 1.
Yeah, Will Glenn getting off to a decent restart there on that outside. The first driver tonight to actually get a good restart on the high line, being pushed by Don Clark right now. Donald Clark is going to do what happened to Doug Thompson. No, gets left out to dry by Gary. So Donald Clark going to fall to the back here now.
Don Clark in deep trouble as him and Gary bang doors going through turn number 3. Not what you want to see at 190 miles an hour. And that leaves the door open for Travis Brown, who jumps up in front of Glenn. Brown going to try to make something happen on the high side now as he's door to door with Tex Perry.
Yeah. Question is, can Kilrow hold on? He's got Perry right behind him. Remember, Perry has that damage on his right side. He's not going to have the speed to push Kilrow all the way. But then again, I don't think Brown has got enough support on that high side as Glenn gets a bit of a wheel spin coming out of turn 2 there.
Glenn with the oldest tires on track right now at 15 laps. Just trying to hang on until it's time to make the money stop as they are fast approaching that moment in time. Working lap 72 of 100. Kilrow still showing the way, but Brown making a hard charge on that second lane. Give that lap to Brown. 2 1,000ths of a second at the stripe as Will Glenn pushing Travis Brown right now. Now, the thing that has impressed me since I've seen Will Glenn start driving is he has become one of the most prolific pushers I have seen, especially in the Passke series, both truck and cup. That man knows how to push and push safely.
Yeah, unable to get it square behind Brown right now. If he leaves it too high, that's going to let Tyler Gary get underneath him, and that's going to shuffle him back. Meanwhile, speaking of people that have been shuffled back, Donald Clark falling back all the way to P7, but he's still strong on that high line just behind the Miller light car of Tyler Gary.
And if you look back a little bit further, Mark Arthur is losing the draft.
Yeah, Mark Arthur's nursing a damaged car here, as it looks like Travis Brown trying to get down to the low line, but Kilrow still right there on that bottom. We saw this earlier when Gary was trying to come down, and Kilrow's around. That's left Travis Brown in the lead. Glenn's going to come out second from that. But big hit from Mark Arthur as well. And that, yeah. Dalton Kilrow is not going to be happy about that one.
Well, let's watch that one more time. And that's what started at the 26, hooked Glenn, and just sent him right down into the 41. Let's watch that again at half speed. You'll see it here. You said if Glenn left that door open, the 26 was going to look hard. And there's Gary going to the inside. Unfortunately, just hooks Glenn. And Glenn goes down into the 41, and all hell breaks loose.
Yeah. And it looks like Kyle Gilbert was caught up in that again. So Gilbert, as well as Mark Arthur, having a really tough time out there tonight. The guys that made the final four, apart from Travis Brown now, who's now in the lead of this thing amazingly, really having trouble here tonight, and we're seeing some new names coming to the fore here. Will Glynn, though, he's going to have to take a pit side because you know he's got some serious damage on that number 29.
The question is, did Glynn already burn his fast repair? I know he got caught up in one earlier, but did he burn the fast repair? As here he comes pit side this time.
Yeah, he's already burnt it. Travis Brown already down and away. Tex Perry. He is still in pit road. He's got some damage on his car. That means Blake Decker is going to be the second man off pit road here. All this action in front of him has actually promoted him up to the P2 position. So Decker, the biggest winner out of all this.
Decker, the biggest winner, as it looks like he didn't take tires. Travis Brown didn't take tires. Travis Brown, stop of the night, 5.8 seconds in the box.
Yeah, it looks like Robert Dudley didn't take tires either.
Dudley took 2.
Yeah.
Dudley took 2. Ty Marasco did not take any.
Oh. Let's talk about Travis Brown for a minute. 2 laps down at one point. And now he finds himself leading this thing. I think he's on the comeback of the week, isn't he?
Well, he's definitely making a statement as to why he is called the defending series champion.
Yeah.
You know, plain and simple. You saw him battle and not give up last season for the entire, the entire, was it 38 races?
36, I think.
36. And week in and week out, I mean, the man didn't have a DNF. He finished every race. So, I mean, that's... never say die, never say quit, and just keep plugging away at it. And that's what makes a champion.
Yeah, and that's why he finds himself out in the lead right now. The man that surprised me the most, though, Blake Decker, still with a clean car as well.
Well, he's burned his fast repair.
Yeah.
There was a moment in time where that car looked like a pavement modified.
Now, Will Glynn is back out on track, albeit back down in P12 with damage on his car. And Tyler Gary, that car's seen better days as well. That back end looks like he's backed into a telegraph pole.
And Tex Perry back out on track right now after pit farming. 1 minute and 50 seconds on pit road.
Yeah, he's pit farming like
his life depended on it.
Yeah.
Will Glynn, 1:26 on pit road. Tex Perry, 1:50. Mark Arthur, 1:45. Don Clark, 1:48. These guys, some of these guys have already burned their fast repair. 24 laps to go, and Travis Brown goes pit side. Are we seeing the money stop from Brown?
I'm guessing so, yeah.
23 laps to go. You can make it from here.
And that's given control of the field over to Blake Decker here. He's going to have Robert Dudley to his outside, but look at the state of Dudley's car. You know for a fact he's not going to be able to keep up with that number 4 machine.
Probably not, but take a look who just got promoted to 5th.
Yeah, Buncey's up there.
Grumpy promoted up into 5th. Tim Bills with a relatively clean car, going to be sitting in front of Tex Perry. Lights are out on the pace car. Jason Day with a clean car as well. Well, relatively clean. Compared to some of these pieces.
So, Blake Decker in the Budweiser number 4. Currently has control of the field. He's going to have Dudley to his outside. He's going to have Ty Marasco right behind him. The man I'm going to be watching is Jason Day. He's got the cleanest car out there, just ahead of James Bunt as well.
So, battle of the beer wagons at the front of the field.
Yeah.
Field
This is the first.
Go ahead.
It's the first time we've seen Jason Day up this far in the field as well.
I believe you're right. This is as far forward as he's been.
Green, green, green.
Let's double check on that.
As we go back to green, Decker predictably gets a cleaner start than Robert Dudley. Robert Dudley is sitting duck in that restart, and Jason Day getting stuck behind him as well as Tim Bills. Dudley holding up the people up here. Same could be said for Marasco, who's right on the tail. He's promoted up to 3rd place here, as Robert Dudley just holding up the outside line really badly right now.
Dudley holding up that outside line, as that's going to let Decker and Marasco really start to stretch their legs. And here comes... Wow!
Oh my God! If he makes this work, and he's got to make it work! Oh my God! Travis Brown through the middle, straight to the lead. What a move by the 0-1!
And look who he's bringing with him.
Oh my God!
Dalton Kilrow back to the front towards the field. Brown back to the point. Kilrow coming with him. Those cars were out to lunch 10 laps ago.
I think we've just seen the greatest move in the history of NASCAR. And that's just determination for you there, folks. As here comes Decker down to the outside of Kilrow. All by his lonesome, though. And he's got no help. He's got 2 damaged cars behind him. He can't go to that outside line. He's just going to be left out to dry if he goes up there.
No help. Brown has made his money stop. Kilrow has made his money stop. Decker might be able to make it from here, as there's still 3 wide back in the pack. As Kyle Gilbert trying to make something happen up through the middle.
As we're coming down to it, we are 20 laps to go here. And Decker, Kilrow and Brown checking out from the rest of the field now. They've got a good bit of space between them. And Marasco. I've got someone slow in the background. Who's that? Oh, that's Day.
That was Jason Day. Just got hip checked by the 26. Watch this again. Boom. Meanwhile, Tim Bills working on the 14 of Marasco right now. No help for Bills. Trying to make something happen on the high side.
Oh, no. Big wreck. Another big wreck.
I'm not seeing it. There it is. Russ Brown collected in that one in the bus stop. Let's take a look at what happened here. Oh. Oh! All right. I couldn't see nothing there. Let's see what happened here. So let's keep your eye on the 227 on the high side. Fortunately, Will Glenn just little bit of bumping going on there, and Kyle Gilbert catching a big piece of it. So there's Glenn in the 29 on the low side.
Gary and Brown Jr. going for one hell of a ride just then.
Wow.
I believe that's going to be Gary's night. Look how that car's grabbing.
Well, watch Laskowski in the 83. He just turns up into the 23. I'm sorry, the 26. And Gary, nowhere to go, eats the wall. Brown eats the tire barrier. So, yeah, that was impressive. And not in a good way.
So depressing? I think that's the opposite of impressive. No?
No, repressive.
Oh, okay.
Anyways. 17 laps to go.
I'm still trying to get over that awesome move that Travis Brown and Dalton Kilrow made.
Oh, absolutely. So we have seen 17 lead changes. We're working caution number 8. Pretty cool track temperatures as the sun's starting to set here at the World Center of Speed.
Talladega might attest to that, but yeah, World Center of Speed.
Sure.
They might have a problem with that, but yeah. But yeah, definitely been a race of attrition here tonight. We still only have 5 retirements in this race.
That's impressive.
Marcus McFadden, Tyler Vickery, Michael Tipton, Jason Barnett, and the most recent one being Jason Day. Doug Thompson, Donald Clark, Russ Charneski, and Tyler Duggan, who are all laps down, they are all still running. So I would say it's a race of attrition, but it's not really if we've only had 5 retirements out of the 27 that started.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around what we have seen so far here tonight. We still have 17 laps to go currently. Make that 16 laps to go. So, Dalton Kilrow, in his first start with NASCOM, led the most laps so far tonight. Travis Brown got caught up in a dumpster fire early, went 2 laps down at one point, currently leading the way. Blake Decker has been caught up in not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 different dumpster fires, not of his own doing. Currently sits in 3rd. Ty Marasco, see previous statement, caught up in dumpster fires not of his own doing. Sits in 4th. Tim Bills has been caught up in a dumpster fire not of his own doing. Sits in 5th. Robert Dudley has been hit by 6 different cars tonight. The car looks like it has gone 10 rounds with Mike Tyson as an opening bout to go 20 rounds with Buster Douglas. He still sits in 6th. Grumpy Bunce, in the first race with his new computer, currently sits in 7th, was 2 laps down at one point. Will Glenn, with his first race of the series, has done as much pit farming as he possibly can do, sits in 8th. Marcus Hagman has been caught up in two different dumpster fires, not of his own doing, sits in 9th. And how about Ryan Wash?
Yeah, Ryan Wash
has hit everything except the flag stand and the pace car tonight. Currently sits in 10th. And Kyle Gilbert looks like he has a fresh race car.
Yeah, he's only just decided to burn his fast repair, so watch for Gilbert to come through the field now. Probably not in the same way that Travis Brown did, but he's definitely going to try and make his way through. He's got Mark Arthur starting behind him, but Mark Arthur obviously still has that damage on his car as he's used up his fast repair already.
Can I sum up what we're probably going to see coming out of Kyle Gilbert in another lap or 2?
If it's not the explosion one, then no. Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah. And it's within time. It's within that time frame that Kyle is not afraid to put it into full send it mode.
Yeah, but if he gets it all wrong, you can probably play that game over. Yeah, soundbite if you wanted to.
Well, we're about to see what's going to happen here, as he's got Tex Perry with him. Field working its way through the 3-4 complex. Travis Brown gonna have the button.
As James Bunce gets a case of the blinkies.
Buncey's been blinking under caution a lot here. I'm thinking that his router might be getting ready to take a dump. As the field coming out of turn number 4, Brown and Kilrow getting ready to get him back going here as the pace car is in, and green flag comes out. We are back underway. Brown pulls the trigger and brings Decker with him.
Yeah, Kilrow stuck on that high side. Decker not going to give Kilrow the hole this time so he can get with Travis Brown, but Kilrow looks like he's going to do it all by himself here. Looks like he's got enough side draft to stay with Travis Brown. And they're getting shoved and butts in the wall hard. And that looked like another hook.
Do a barrel roll.
Yeah, that was definitely
Oh!
Wow!
That was started by Tim Bills getting out of shape.
Yes, it was.
The Tim Bills the catalyst for the latest caution, but we weren't expected to be as
well. Now back that up a little bit more. Ty Marasco got into it with Bills, and unfortunately, Robert Dudley catching a huge piece of that one.
Someone was up in the air right there. I don't know who that was. That might have been
Grumpy.
No, Glim was completely off the ground.
So was Grumpy.
Yeah.
Do a barrel roll.
Let's watch what happened to Glenn here. So you see the 14 get into the 37, hooks Grumpy, and wow. Hopefully nobody's had dinner yet. Because guess what time it is, folks?
It's time for a...
Vomit Tam.
Yeah.
And there it is. Boom! Race car to the face.
I'm taking a screenshot of this.
Wow.
That was definitely a first to say it, then you do it kind of moment. As you would normally say.
Oh, yeah. As we are now on board with Grumpy. And unfortunately, Grumpy hand grenaded the engine, so he had to tow that one.
And that's unfortunate for James. I know he was looking forward to being in this first race, especially with the new computer, but...
So judges' scores are in for Will Glenn. 8.8, 9.2, 9.3, and a perfect 10 from the Romanian judge.
Yeah, they liked the way he did that pirouette in the air.
Absolutely. So congratulations, Will. You just got the first 10 from the Romanian judge.
And when we say the first, we mean it's the first ever.
Yeah. And unfortunately, with 12 laps to go, Glenn and Bunce have both burned their fast repairs. And it pains me to have to say this about either one of those two guys, but
I was wondering when you were going to use that.
yeah. So Ty Laskowski towing, James Bunce towing, Will Glynn towing. Russ Chernesky towing. Don Clark still towing. Doug Thompson able to limp it back to the pits, though. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Buncey is just now burning his fast repair.
Yeah.
Color me impressed. Now, granted, he's 2 laps down because he had to tow. But color me impressed that he was able to go this long without burning that fast repair. So that leaves us with 13 cars left on the lead lap. Is Kyle Gilbert in the pits, Robert Dudley in the pits, both of those guys pit farming. And let the games begin again. As we are going to be 10 to go this time across the stripe. And I believe the lights are getting ready to go out on the pace car.
Yeah.
And there they go. All right. So quick rundown of your top 10. Brown, Kilroe, Decker, Morasco, Bills, Hagman, Hogue, Perry, Baumgarten, and Russell Brown Jr. rounding out your top 10. Ty Duggan, Robert Dudley, and Kyle Gilbert, the only other 3 cars left on the lead lap. Mark Arthur, first car 1 lap down. James Bunce 2 laps down in 15th. Ty Gary finally back out of the pits. Doug Thompson finally back out of the pits. So that means we've got 17 cars still running of the 27 that originally took the green flag.
Yeah, it's been a tough race for a lot of people here, but still people able to get the full speed out of their cars. And Travis Brown and Dalton Kilroe still able to control it up in the front there. Blake Decker can just do nothing about them right now and try and get around them. But
well, if you look, Blake Decker has a giant wow in the left rear bumper of that car, and that's got to be hampering any type of performance that he's got.
Yeah.
As the pace car is in, and we are back underway as Brown pulls the trigger. Kilroe goes with him, and Decker gets an amazing start this time. Almost collects the 41 of Kilroe. 9 laps to go, so we've got 1.5, 2 laps before the next flag ends it.
Question is, who is going to come out on top of this one? You think, judging by what has just happened, that...
Well, you take a look at what's going on right now. Tim Bills is dropping like a stone as these top 3 are in lockstep. That's Brown, Kilroe, and Decker. Decker pushing the daylights out of your defending series champion, Travis Brown. Brown going to try to play both halves against the middle here coming up.
Oh, Kilroe and Decker bumping doors there.
Wes Hogue trying to make something happen with that second pack. A lot of damage, though. And meanwhile, these top 3 are just walking away from everybody. a second and a half to the good already as they come down the super stretch, as the 41 and the 4 still aren't done banging doors.
And one driver we've not really mentioned here tonight, Marcus Hagman, knocking on the door of the top 5 here as they've dispatched Wes Hogue. He's right behind Tex Perry now and pushing the living daylights out of that 85.
Well, the 85 currently sits in 4th, Hagman in the 99 running in 5th, and they are trying to do whatever they can to try to catch these top 3. As we are 7 to go, Brown still shows the way. Kilroe and Decker still in lockstep right behind him.
Absolutely.
These guys aren't done banging on each other yet.
Not at all. Question is Decker going to try and force a gap from the middle here, because you see a bit of a gap forming there in that middle line. If he keeps pushing Kilroe up to the top line and Kilroe falls in behind him, that's left the door open for Decker here.
The question is if Decker goes to the high side, and there it is. That's the race. What just happened? Wes Hogue coming through the tri-oval. Let's see what took place here. Just gets hooked. Oh! Robert Dudley just ate a race car.
Like, literally.
Oh! Now you see what I'm saying.
No, look at what just happened.
What?
Hogue came back up on track with us. Doug Thompson was coming round. Doug Thompson punted him. Hogue looks like he was trying to limp it round, came back down, tried to get back up on track after hitting the inside, well, nearly hitting the inside pit wall. Thompson comes back around and wow, what a hit. Hogue was not safe coming back up on track like that. That was scary.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Thank God this is a simulator.
Yeah, and we're going to go on board with Robert Dudley here. You're about to see what took place at the start of this whole thing. This is the GoPro we have on Robert Dudley's helmet cam. Bang! Race car to the grill. And we've also got one on Doug Thompson. So you see Mark Arthur in front of Doug. And the caution's out at this point. You see the yellow light up there on the flagger's pylon. And just, what are you thinking?
Yeah, it's when this car's still going at speed like that around the track, you don't come back up on track like that. That's just dangerous. And yeah, I don't know what he was thinking at that point.
So 4 laps to go, and I am not 100% certain if we're going to go back to green.
We'll find out.
Don't think we are.
Important move of the race, though. Blake Decker getting that pass on Dalton Kilroe to get that second place, though. If we do get back to green, what can Decker do to try and get around the reigning champion Travis Brown? It's not going to be easy for him.
I dare say he's got 2 chances, Slim and none, and Slim's already got his coat on. Because Travis Brown, you know, he's looking to make a statement. didn't have the greatest finish last season at the season opener at Daytona. But we saw him and Spencer Preet just throw hand grenades at each other all season long.
Yeah.
But
let's see this time. Do the lights go off? No, they stay on. So we want the light. If we're going back to green, probably with a one-lap shootout, we need the lights to go off this time by.
Right.
For a one-lap shootout.
And if they don't, we're not.
No. And that's going to hand the win to Travis Brown. Amazingly, after he was 2 laps down at one point.
Impressive.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other words for it but impressive. You know, and again, showing why he is the defending series champion. But the one I do want to touch base on, or actually the two I want to touch base on, you take a look at who's sitting in 4th and who's sitting in 5th. Marcus Hagman in 5th, Tex Perry in 4th. Those guys were a lap down at one point as well. Early going in the race, they were running at the way tail end of the field, trying to stay out of any possible dumpster fires. Both of whom, unfortunately, getting caught up in at least one of the big ones.
The weirdest thing is, though, they were ahead of Travis. They were actually a whole lap ahead of Travis Brown at one point. So that's how far Travis Brown has come to get to the point right now.
Absolutely.
That's how amazing. That's why we are saying that his story has been so amazing here tonight. It looks like we might be going back to green here for one lap here, Tony.
We're about to find out.
They're dueling up.
Well, they are definitely going double file. Let's see if the lights do go out on the pace car this time. And there it is. It's going to be a one-lap shootout. The green and the white flag are going to come out simultaneously. Travis Brown is going to have to hold off Blake Decker, Dalton Kilroe, Tex Perry, and Marcus Hagman for 2.5 miles.
Yeah, that's all it's going to take between this and Glory in the first round of the 2019 NASCOM Online Series. And it's been an exciting race, I will say that. Travis Brown making the move of the season. I don't think anyone's going to make a move like that all season. Him and Dalton Kilroe just blasting it through the middle like they did.
Well, at that point, they had nothing really to lose.
Yeah, they went through the middle of 6 rows of cars. That is amazing. That was an amazing move. 6 rows!
Oh, yeah.
And he didn't just make them move. They didn't just move out the way. They made them move out the way.
Oh, yeah. No, they made that move work.
Yeah.
And that was put them up on the dash time. Mine are bigger than yours. As the field working its way through the 3-4 complex, 2.5 miles. That's all that separates Travis Brown from defending his series championship with a win at the opening round at Daytona. Pace car makes the left turn onto pit road. Green flag comes out. Brown pulls the trigger. Decker goes with him. Kilroe goes with him. As Tex Perry ducks down in front of Marcus Hagman, almost making it 3 wide for 4th. And here comes Tim Bills. They are 3 wide. White flag is out. One more lap to go. Travis Brown got Kilroe all over his back bumper right now as they haul it off down the super stretch, Sam.
Yeah, one more set of corners left to go. 3 and 4 is all that's left of this race now. You see Kilroe on that outside of Travis Brown as they enter turn 3. Kilroe got the run but gets all out of shape. Goes to 3. Got that nose out in front. Here comes Blake Decker now as they come out in turn 4. Down towards the line. Kilroe with the nose right there. Decker going to try and take away 2nd place. There's contact and Kilroe going to steal a win here at Daytona in the opening round of the NASCOM
Holy
Online
shit!
Series. Huge wreck at the mine as well. Russell Brown Jr. in probably the biggest wreck all night.
James Bunt's eating a race car to the face, coming across the stripe as well. Let's take a look here what happened. Boom.
That was Blake Decker.
No, that was...
Decker and Brown.
Bunt caught one to the face. But there is your winner.
What a race. Wow.
Marcus Hagman stealing second. Tex Perry comes home in third.
Oh my God. You just can't write these things, can you? You just can't. You just can't. Amazing.
What a finish, Sam.
You can't write it, can you?
Nobody'd believe you if you did.
Yeah.
Let's...
I think we need to have to go to a commercial break just to calm ourselves down before we do these interviews.
I would have to agree with you. We're going to be right back after this word from the Esports Network.
And he hits him again now. Rayon Fowler into the outside wall.
He's going to pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's going to get them all done with. What amazing.
Lead to the inside goes Logan Cloudman is going to touch in. Pit press sideways. What a save.
Look to the outside as Kroenke goes off. De Jong into second place.
Going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's howling down to the inside.
I tried, there's contact though.
Wide left of the racetrack. Chris Venner drives it back down underneath, and he takes that second spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe.
Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact. He's going to try and make the move around the outside the parabolica. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cut back here. Get the run out the parabolica. That's beautifully done there. Michael Schubert, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
And we are back at Daytona. Joining Sam now, the man of the hour. Just dominant performance tonight was the 41, Mr. Dalton Kilroe, in his debut race with the NASCOM series. Sam?
Yeah, Dalton, what a victory you picked up there. Probably the most exciting finish we have seen on ESPN in its entirety. Bringing home the win on your debut and the first race of the season. You got to be happy with that one.
You know it, man. You know it. I still can't believe I actually was able to pull it off. It was looking grim there, but hey, I'm in victory lane, baby.
Yeah, you definitely are. I mean, managed to pull off the move when it mattered, jump into that outside on the final lap of Travis Brown, who you incidentally were working with for the most part of the race, and made that amazing move from the middle to the front. Before we go to the race-winning move, let's go to that move. Let's talk about that move you made with Travis. Were you expecting the seas to part like they did to make your way to the front like it did?
To be honest, I was expecting somebody to get in front of us and try and stop us. But before that restart happened, Travis told me, hey, just stay behind me. I've got this. And I put all my faith in the man, and he turned into Moses and turned the field into the Red Sea. And I was just along for the ride there.
Yeah, and that was the catalyst that started things off for you for the end of the race. I think you led the most laps here tonight, so that's another positive for tonight. But that started things off for that final lap showdown, and you definitely made the move when it mattered. Into 3 and 4, you jumped it to the outside, and you got a bit of a push off Decker, but you kind of did that all on your own. Were you surprised that you got that much speed on the outside like you did all by yourself?
Well, going down the backstretch, got a bit of a run because I kind of offset myself from Travis, and that gives whatever car is behind a big shot. And I knew I basically got like a little slingshot maneuver. I wasn't sure what Decker was going to do behind me. I honestly thought he was going to go down and start pushing Travis, but I'm glad he kind of stayed behind me just a little bit because it gave me that little extra boost going into the corner. And he tried to shove it 3 wide, but I saw that coming.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the win, Dalton. I know you were pushing half of that win throughout the whole 100 laps here tonight. Looking ahead to next week, we are off to Atlanta. Just give us your thoughts on that event, and do you reckon you can bring home win number 2 there?
Well, I'm hoping I can. I'm not quite sure exactly what my schedule is going to look like for that, so I'm not even sure if I'll actually be able to make the race. But it's definitely going to be a fun track if I do end up making it, and regardless, it's going to end up being a good race for you guys.
Absolutely, and I know you're going to be looking out to make it win number 2 in your debut season with the NASCOMonline series. Before we let you go, Dalton, is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's victory?
Well, I just got to thank all the guys that work working with me throughout the race. Tyler Gary, Sam Baumgartner, Ty Morosco, Ryan Wash, Travis Brown, Blake Decker, Mark Arthur. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody else. If I am, I'm sorry. I completely butchered that. But just all of them, without them, I couldn't have even gotten up to the front and stayed up there as well as I did. I gotta thank you guys, of course, for putting on the broadcast, because I saw just a little bit of a clip before this started, and it looked good. So.
All right, Dalton, go and save your win. Go and celebrate with your team. We'll hopefully see you next week at Atlanta.
All right, thank you guys.
As that was Dalton Kilroe joining me in the booth, and now joining me in the booth is going to be our second place finisher, Mr. Marcus Hagman. Marcus sitting at the back for the most part of the race, but you managed to make the move work when it counted, and you were gifted pretty much second place from that wreck between Blake Decker and Travis Brown. How are you feeling right now after now it's sunk in that you managed to come from the back of the field to finish second?
I feel amazing. I don't know what to say. I was actually backing off a little bit in the last corner there because I saw they were really tight together, and I was hoping for the best, and the best for me happened.
Absolutely. That collision happening between Decker and Brown really opened things up for you and Tex, who was right behind you. To talk about your race on the whole, though, you were sitting at the back. You were a lap down at one point. Only decided to make your move near the end of the race. Was that what you were trying to do? Just play the safe game and just work your way forward in the end?
Yeah, that's my plan on the on the plate races. I'm happy for Tex. Me and Buns actually dropped way down to pick him up, so he didn't have to be alone at the start there. And well, then just stayed in the back. Fought quite hard to get the lap back, which actually worked at the end, and it was just pushing. And I hope it was really close between me and just at the restart there, because I really thought he was coming down. I let off a little bit, then I saw he kept his line, so I just floored it.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on your second place here today, Marcus. I know that's put a big smile on your face, and I know it's the early hours of Sunday morning there in Sweden, and I know you're very tired, just as I am. It's nearly 6 a.m. here now, so looking ahead to next week, we are off to Atlanta. A different dynamic there and a lot more tougher on the tyres. Just give us your thoughts going into that race.
Oh, it's not my kind of tracks in these cars, and normally I don't like this car at all, but well, I'm taking what I'm getting, and as long as I can get a decent setup going, I should be fine.
Yeah, definitely worked in your favour tonight. Hopefully it'll work in your favour next week. Before we let you go, Marcus, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to before you go and celebrate?
You guys for broadcasting and commenting, my Team Vikings, and also Tex Perry and James Bonds for running this league. And I'm trying to make it a habit to talk to you guys after the race. that means I'm on the podium. So.
Nice.
Well, Marcus, go and celebrate your second place, and we'll see you. We'll hopefully see you tomorrow night for the IRF5 series.
I'm planning on it. Cheers, guys.
As that was our second place finisher, Mr. Marcus Hagman. Joining Tony in the booth now is our third place finisher and chief cook and bottle watcher, Mr. Tex Perry. Tony.
Tex, has it sunk in yet that you just opened up your season with a podium finish?
No, not really. I know I'm still shaking just from the on-track activities.
Well, let's back up just a little bit. You were over a lap down at one point, in danger of going 2 laps down, battled back to get back on the lead lap. In the closing laps of this race, was the thought in your mind that, hey, I might have something for these guys?
No, not really. I actually, just from where I was, I'd have been happy just to hang in there with a top 5. And there on that next to last run, got in there with Marcus and a couple of other guys. I think it was Wes and Tim Bills, and just push, and everything I could get. Got up to 4th, and then Wes went head on into the wall. RIP. I'm going to miss him. Final restart. It was just a hold on and whoa, baby, see what happens. Marcus got the inside line, and I'm like, oh, God, we're going to die because we were 3 wide. And he made it clear. I got behind him, and from there it was literally just hang on.
Now, did you see all hell break loose in front of you guys, or was it just one of those, hey, look, there's guys in the grass?
It was pretty much just a, hey, look, there's guys in the grass. Just and from there, I kind of leaned onto the gas pedal a little more.
Well, it was definitely an exciting race, and Sam and I were talking just before we started the interviews that if you guys don't get full fields for the remainder of the season, it'll be a travesty with the action that we've seen this league put on and just, you know, the type of competition that we've seen all night long here tonight.
I tell you, Tony, I can't say enough about these guys that come over tonight. Kudos to Dalton for hanging in there as long as he did and hanging out up front all night. Oh, my God. And then the move him and Travis made there in the middle of the race coming through the field, it even scared me. I thought I was going to have to get a crowbar to get the seat cover out of my butt.
So are you saying you almost changed the flavor of your own fire suit?
There's some different flavors in there, I'm sure.
Something along the lines of a chocolate lemon. But no, Tex.
Possibly.
I mean, it was just an amazing finish. You know, you've got to be excited for the upcoming season. I believe this is your best start to a season in a while. Personally, from a driver's standpoint.
This is probably the best start to my season ever, other than one season. This was back when we was running on 2003, and yeah, from there, this is probably the best start I've had.
Well, it looks like you've got a good sponsor on your car this season, and looks like Ruby's going to bring you some good luck, if I do say so myself.
Boy, I sure hope so. I'm going to try to keep it on there as long as we can. We've still got a couple special paint schemes coming up, probably towards the middle of the season and towards the end for some of the special races. But yeah, it should be fun.
Well, don't forget when Indy comes up, you're going to be driving a different car altogether. So you know.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
But your thoughts moving forward to next week's race at Atlanta?
Personally, I've never really been that great at Atlanta. It's really fast, a lot of hanging RPMs going through the turns. The surface, real abrasive tires are going to be a premium for sure. Gets real loose. Going to be a treat trying to hang on to it. But yeah, it should be fun, especially if most of the guys that were here tonight decide to come back, which I hope they do. Had a lot of fun, and hopefully we can keep them around the rest of the season.
Well, Tex, congratulations on the podium finish tonight. Anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
Big shout out to all these guys that come over from Blazing Pedals. I know they run Entry League on Friday nights in the trucks. They run also, I think they run Sunday nights. Can't remember what car right offhand. Big shout out to you guys. Thanks for putting this on. Glad to have you on the car and can get you on the TV time. Big thanks to Marcus Hagman just for helping me hang in there. And everybody that keeps this league running. The drivers, all my admin, you guys, everybody. I can't thank you all enough.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Tex, but if somebody wants to get involved in the league, NASCOM in the iRacing Leagues page, and the Facebook is NASCOM Online?
NASCOM Online.
On Facebook?
Yep.
Okay.
All one word.
All one word. Is same way you see it at the bottom of your screen right now, folks. NASCOM Online. You can find them on Facebook, iRacing Leagues page. If you want to get involved in next week's action at Atlanta and moving forward, we'd love to have you. Open setups, and everybody's willing to share. So, Tex, again, congratulations on the podium finish tonight, and we'll let you get back down and celebrate with everybody.
Thank you, fellas.
Wow, what a race we've seen tonight, Tony.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around the whole thing as that finish was probably the wildest finish we've seen in a long time, Sam.
I think the last time we had a wild finish like that was probably in the Somo League at Phoenix last year.
I dare say you're not wrong. But
wow.
Quick rundown of your finishing order. Unofficial results so far. Dalton Kilroe coming home with the victory. Marcus Hagman hanging on for second. Tex Perry in third. Ty Marasco in fourth. Travis Brown able to hang on for fifth. Blake Decker was spinning with Travis through the grass, hanging on for sixth. Kyle Gilbert almost got into the top five, had a charging seventh, just wasn't close enough to get the job done. Robert Dudley hanging on for eighth. Tim Bills in ninth, and Sam Bumgarten in 10th. Sam?
Coming home 11th after probably having the biggest incident of the race at the line was Russell Brown Jr. Tyler Duggan holding on for P12. Mark Arthur, a poor race for him tonight. He comes home in 13th. Last driver on the lead lap. James Bunce comes home in 14th. Tyler Gary, a rough race he's had tonight for the pole setter. He holds on for 15th. 16th was Wes Hogue. Doug Thompson, another guy with a tough race here tonight. He is in 17th. 18th was Ryan Wash. 19th, Taylor Laskowski. And the debutant, Willie Glynn. A strong performance here tonight, but he has himself a P20, Tony.
21st going to Russ Chernesky. Jason Day in 20... No, I'm sorry. Don Clark in 21st. Russ Chernesky in 22nd. 23rd going to Jason Day. Jason Burnett in 24th. Mike Tipton in 25th. Tyler Vickery in 26th. And if you had lap 42? Eight. Lap 48, you win the pool. And Mark McFadden, first one to put it on the hauler tonight in 27th. That is going to do it for us tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow night is Fans' Choice, as Sam will be at the IRO 5 race in Iowa, and I will be with the trucks in the first race for the I-States Racing League in Daytona tomorrow night. So, Fans' Choice for that one. Watch one, then the other. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. If you want to get in on the action, don't forget it's NASCOMonline on their Facebook page, iRacing Leagues page. Do this every Saturday night. And we will see you tomorrow night from either Iowa or Daytona, depending on which one you want to watch first. For Mr. Sam Cooper Bennett, for Tex Perry, for James Bunce, this is Tony Trapasso saying keep it clean, keep it green, and we'll see you next time, folks.
Good Good night.